There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about practice.
How am I not found the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired? I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
That is what is happening tonight, folks. That guy right there is the one. You gotta speak.
Yeah.
This guy right here is the ass.
The ass.
That's right. We are Black and White Sports, and it is Taco Tuesday.
Oh, that's some racist stuff right there, dude.
No.
Already?
Hold on.
This is ridiculous.
I know. Look, a white guy, a black guy, and a Mexican. What in the hell were we thinking?
It's a hell of a start to a joke.
What is going on? So I guess I got to introduce you now because you have already stepped onto the mic because all San Francisco 49er and Michigan Wolverines always overstep their boundaries.
No, we just know when there's a stage involved, we need to present ourselves.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Except in the Super Bowl, apparently.
Well, that is right, folks. We do have a guest tonight. We, Damon, are joined by co-owner of Legends Barbershop in Indianapolis, 8923 South Meridian Street in Indianapolis, Mr. David Martinez. What
is going on, fellas?
You tell me what is going on.
Hey, Dave. Go blue, my friend.
Oh, brother, go blue for sure. My wife was asking me why I wasn't in my little man den, I guess, and I was like, I'm just sitting at the dining room table.
Man, it's awesome to see you, man. It's been a minute since we
yes, it has.
We're in the same place at the same time.
Oh, for sure. It's been a while.
Yep, it has. So tell us, David, give us a rundown on Legends.
Hold on, time out. 1 second.
Back my bus up.
I just want to let everybody know this is the first multi-stream broadcast of Black and White Sports Talk Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We are now streaming live on our Facebook Live channel as well as our YouTube channel.
So Martinez, you are part of history.
That's awesome.
So if you see me looking down a lot, I'm flipping back and forth between the two feeds, trying to see which one of these comments we put up here shows up where and when. So, so if you are watching us on the Facebook page and you got people that want to watch, tell them to jump on over to the YouTube page. We're streaming the same show right now live. Let's go get it. Dave, holla at us.
Your turn, Martinez.
Legends is doing great right now, man. We had obviously had to hold off till June 1st to open. So we were down since March 24th. It was a tough go, but the guys toughed it out, man. And we've been doing real well. We've been back open. This is our third week open. And the clients have been coming in droves, man. We've been staying pretty busy, and we feel like it's just going to keep getting better, man. We were doing really well before the pandemic. And then all of a sudden, the pandemic happened and slowed us down. But we're doing great, man. Everything's going fine.
Good. So give us a little background of, what you guys have been, how long you guys been there, and all the backstory.
Well, I've been a barber for 15 years.
God, you're old.
I know, man.
Wow.
For sure. JB's been a barber for licensed for 12, but barbering for 20.
Wow, he's really old. He's like 40. Damon's age.
He's 45. I'm 37.
You got it. Before 1974 was a great year, baby.
82 was better, but
that's right. I like it.
But yeah, I was. We opened October 28th, and we've been doing great, man. We're 8 barbers strong. We have a really good group of guys, real good family atmosphere, and man, it's just you know who's been really good is Roncalli. We've had a lot of Roncalli folks that I wasn't necessarily friends with or didn't even go to school with some of them. Older, younger, they've been real supportive of the shop just because they knew a Roncalli guy was involved in it. And I've been a Southsider my whole life. Mm-hmm. So I've been around, forever. So obviously since I'm old. But yeah, it's been great, man. We got some good guys over there for sure, man. The team's awesome. We just really wanted a good atmosphere, and we have that, and we get along real well. So that always makes for a good squad. I
agree.
We're missing sports like you guys are, though. It's a tough go right now, man. I mean, we're in there watching the Asian baseball league sometimes, and and then watching old stuff. It's can't turn on the news because I can't watch that anymore, man.
No, this is the only news that I watch right here: Black and White Sports, Checkers and Wreckers, and BWSports1.com.
That is a great plug.
I like it. That was professional.
I'm just saying.
But hey,
let the guest off to give us a plug on our own show. Good job, Dan.
Hey, Dave, let me ask you this. All right, so everybody knows that the barbershop in the darker complected pigmentation community, it tends to be more of a gathering spot, so to speak. I know the barbershops that I've attended for the majority of my life, you can go in there and you can sit for, 2-3 hours and your haircut was only, a half hour, what I mean? Because of the conversation and lack of better term, man time, you know what I'm saying? Is that part is what's really missing from the shop?
Right now, because we can't have a waiting area, it's awful, really. I mean, but that is one of the best parts of the shop is that you can just come in there and you can feel like family, and we're a melting pot. So everybody comes in there, feels comfortable, no matter black folks, white folks, Hispanic folks, old guys, young guys. Everybody can feel like part of the family at a barbershop. And that's what we're missing because we can't have the waiting area. And it's appointments only. I really kind of hate that. Even though I know that's where barbering is these days, everybody wants to get stuff done quickly, and I have no time, and but yeah, when I was a kid, man, I'd go into the barbershop with my dad, and he'd tell me to sit down and shut up for at least a half an hour while he talked to the barber. He'd buy me a bottle.
Just one time he'd tell you that?
Every time we went. My dad only had to whoop me about 4 or 5 times. I knew I didn't want to get whooped by my dad. My dad didn't put me in timeout or slap me on the butt. It was almost
it went from 1 to 10.
It was child abuse for sure. But he'd buy me a bottle of Coke and tell me to sit down over there in the wherever the waiting area, and he talked to the barber, and they just sitting there and talk, and I'm sitting there like, now I'm busy all day. I don't know how that barber had time to talk all damn day to just whoever. But he was an older guy, so I'm sure, when I get older, I'm not going to cut the same. But,
age starts the show.
For sure. And clients stop going to you because the joke is you never trust a young doctor or an old barber.
Ouch. Well.
It makes sense if you think about it. Yeah, you don't want a kid just out of school doing your heart surgery, bud. And the old guy normally just gives high and tights.
I'm fine with that. I'm good. I can deal with that.
You need one.
I know I do. I know.
A lot of gray. Golly, dude. You talk about an old goat.
Jeez. Wisdom, brother. Wisdom.
Yeah, I don't think your wife would say that.
No, not at all.
Well,
no, I'm not
depending on the
say
day and the time.
Like, I'm not going to say that.
No, I know
what
you're
mean?
not.
I got many years on him, but he's got twice the amount of gray I got.
My brother always used to say that it's not the age, it's the mileage. And Dan looks like he's got a lot of miles.
Oh, you ain't kidding, brother. You ain't kidding. I've been around the world.
He's been rolling hard and put away wet.
No.
Okay, watch this. I have the power to mute Damon now. Damon is now on mute.
Damn it.
I better get him back on here. All right, he's back on here.
So what are you guys watching, right? What is the sports world like? How is it? What's going on? Are we going to get to see any of these sports? I keep on hearing yes, no, basketball's coming back, but now the guys aren't wanting to come back, or the main guys apparently.
Well, Damon, I'll let you, since he brought basketball up, I'll let you roll.
Well, with basketball, the overwhelming synopsis is they want to play. You know what I mean? But there's some guys who are a little tentative about it, and in a couple different areas. One being the COVID-19 pandemic issue.
For sure.
Feeling a little security issues that way. And the other being, the social issues that are going on right now.
For sure.
Me personally, I kind of agree with Adam Silva with the statement he made out last night on ESPN. We were going to chat about it a little bit tomorrow, and we still can. But basically what he's saying is, our job is to play basketball. Well, their job is to play basketball. I get it. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but this is still your job. With the country opening back up, people are going back to work, which entitled means you go back to work as well. But then you look at it, the same situation on the social issue. What better place to have a single platform for all of y'all to be together that are involved in it, united, where you have the sole platform of the world watching you. Everybody's going to be watching Orlando at the end of at the middle of August, end of July, middle of August, because everybody's going to be watching these NBA games. So you're going to have time to do your interviews when they ask you questions after games, before games. You're going to get time to wear your T-shirts. You're going to get those platforms during the week to say what you need to say, because everybody's going to be watching. So, I'm not having anything against guys who don't want to play. That's your prerogative. And I'm with the guys who do want to play. Adam Silva said that they're not being held in breach of contract or anything like that. So, no harm, no foul, so to speak.
I think the country needs it. I think we need sports because, like you guys said, we're not watching the news, and I don't want to watch the news. I want to watch sports. And I think, like you're saying, that's a huge platform to unify everybody. I was telling the guy, we talked about this at the shop, because, man, when Kobe passed away, it was like everybody in the country loved Kobe, loved sports, loved black folks. What happened in the past 6 months is we were stuck in the house. We were fed this pandemic. And then these terrible things that have occurred have made the limelight, which these terrible things have been going on and that's too long, for sure. But it's like we're just sitting around stewing, and we need a break in all the awfulness with wonderful sports. I love sports just like you guys do, man. And
yeah, it's unfortunate that you and Damon share the same common features and being a.
We have what is it? Is it 14 years of gloating?
Oh, Jesus!
Well, we're down to 13 now.
Oh,
we're down to 13.
13. Oh man, the luck of the Irish.
Can't even go to Ireland to play the first game against Navy this year.
Oh man.
I know. No, but I agree wholeheartedly with you, Dave. Sports is that one unifying thing that everybody can get it, whether you like each other's teams or not. That's part of it, man. I love the bantering, especially with his ass every week about, Pittsburgh and Philly, or if it's Michigan and Notre Dame, or if he's trying to tell me he watches baseball, which I know is a fucking lie, and he says the Braves, and I say whatever, go Reds. At least he's not saying the Cubs. But
I like the crappy White Sox.
Well, I can respect anybody brave or dumb enough to say that they are a White Sox fan. So I respect it.
Dan, you're going to love this. I was a Reds fan my whole childhood. We were in Chicago when I was 12. I ran into Frank Thomas at Planet Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. I'd have
became a White Sox fan.
I probably would have done the same thing.
I love the Reds. Jose Rijo and Eric Davis and Chris Sabo. I love those teams.
Yep.
And then Frank Thomas, man, the big hurt. How do you go against him? So, been a White Sox fan ever since. The good thing is, they stink around July when I'm getting ready for fantasy football, so I don't have to care about them anymore.
I'm used to that too. Don't worry.
Hey, let me ask you another barbershop question. Okay, so now you know how intense barbershop sports conversations can be. What has been the most heated topic that it was almost like, I think I might need to change the subject?
We've definitely had to stop a few of the LeBron, Michael Jordan arguments because the LeBron fans don't understand that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. My argument is always, why do you always have to tell me that he's the greatest? I don't even have to tell you. You just know that Mike is. You guys want to argue and want to keep bringing up all these stats. If you didn't watch, here's a good example. I got a guy that's 34 years old, always tells me LeBron's the GOAT. His son watched The Last Dance. His son is 12. And I asked him the other day when I was cutting his hair, and he goes, yeah, Mike's better than LeBron. Mike's the GOAT. I go, how is your son smarter than you? He watched 10 hours of TV. He knows that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. But that's definitely usually the wildest argument. And if you ever say anything bad about the Colts, oh my God. Every year the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl here in Indianapolis. And I'm like, what? Because
you were telling the truth, buddy.
The best one is when the Colts picked up, was it Deron Carter? I was hearing guys say that he was going to be better than Chris Carter, his father. And I'm like, Chris Carter might have the greatest hands in the history of football. Why would you say something that dumb? And then, of course, I don't even think he made the team. It's always every year there's this gem that they found. I know right now they're on the USC kid. Oh, man, he's the next coming to this and that. Well, let's see, man. Let's just see.
And that Randy Moss? No, Randy Moss's son goes to somewhere else.
Yeah, now Thaddeus Moss is the truth, dog.
I believe he is.
That's not who they got, but Randy Moss's son.
He's a beast. They got a running back, I think, from USC. I think that's
running back. Their running back came from Wisconsin.
Oh, Taylor.
Where does it say I give a flying shit about Southern Cal? No.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even think about that.
Nowhere.
So it's a Southern Cal, and he's on the Colts. Oh, it could be no worse than that, maybe the Cowboys. But
and I think that they gave up on Brissett too soon. I don't.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I just feel like the kid was injured. You didn't give him any weapons. And now you're giving Phillip Rivers all these weapons. Well, Phillip Rivers has had weapons. And you could argue that San Diego had the best weapons damn near as a whole in football. And now he does have a better line. I will say that. The Colts offensive line is very good. But I just wouldn't have given up on Brissett so soon, man. I just feel like, okay, what if Phillip Rivers doesn't work? Brissett wants to leave. What do you got? I mean, who are you going with? I don't understand the moves. To me, they're in win now mode, and I don't know if Phillip Rivers can win now.
Hold on, David.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'm gonna speak on this one. On this one.
Okay. Speak. This is where I need a button.
Message.
Speak.
All right. Indianapolis Colts this year have the team to go very, very deep in the playoffs. They have a very good defense. They picked up definite necessity pieces on the defensive side.
DeForest Buckner, my guy.
Yeah, there you go. You lost him.
pickup.
We'll get to that Niners fan here in a second. Hold on here. And Phillip Rivers actually has a line, okay? You have Quentin Nelson, Notre Dame. You have 5 other meatheads up there. I can't remember all their names. But, man, they're big boys. Costanzo. There's another one.
All of them with 4.5 GPAs.
I know. So you have smart, big ox players right in front of Phillip Rivers. He has a running game like he did back when LT was his running back. I'm not saying – hold on. I'm not saying that what's his name? What's the running back's name?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that he's LT. I'm not saying he's LT. I'm just
Taylor?
saying he had no.
The one that they already have.
But Danley and Tomlinson. Who's the running back for the Colts?
Oh, yeah, that one guy who's really Mack.
There you go, Marlon Mack. I'm not saying he's up to LT's level, but he's a good running back. He has a damn good line. Phillip Rivers can put the ball on the money if he has time. The problem that he had in San Diego or whatever the hell they're from now is
San Diego.
Yeah, right.
Who's Keenan Allen? How about Big Mike Williams? How about Melvin Gordon?
He didn't have a line.
Listen, here's the problem with Phillip Rivers.
I'm not saying he's going to be the best thing ever, and I'm not saying that they didn't give up on Brissett too quick. I'm just saying, like you said, they are in a win now mode, and I think that they do have a potential team to do it.
I completely agree with both of y'all that they made moves this offseason and win in the next 2-year mode. They have built a team where I think at this point right now, going into the season, on paper, that they are the 3rd best team in the AFC behind Kansas City and Baltimore. You look at it. You bring in – the problem with Phillip Rivers had is in San Diego was the fact that his line was always subject to worst line in the game.
Well, they had to pay all those weapons.
Yeah, and even with all those weapons, if you can't get to those weapons is useless.
For sure, they had to pay the weapons.
Right, you got to pay the weapons. But if you look at it, all those weapons were hurt or started to get hurt going right into the playoffs every year. The same ones. It was either the tight end, or it was the running back, or it was a receiver, or it was Phillip Rivers. Always going into the playoffs, they always had some type of injury issue. But I feel that Phillip Rivers is in a good spot. I, have always been singing Jacoby Brissett's praises since they got him. You didn't give him enough time. He got hurt. All the weapons got hurt. The same weapons that Phillip Rivers has now are the same weapons plus 1 or 2 that Brissett had last year. Everybody was hurt. So give him a chance when they're all healthy and see what he does. But you plug in Phillip Rivers, seasoned veteran, not a guy who really makes a lot of mistakes, can make every throw on the field at his age. And then you give him the weapons that he has, you give him the line that he has, give him the defense that they built. Hey, man, the Colts they're built to win.
I can't dispute that. And I actually like Phillip Rivers a lot. I just felt like Brissett was better long-term. Phillip Rivers might be better than Brissett next year for sure. But I just feel like you put your future in jeopardy by going away from Brissett. I mean, Phillip Rivers, 38? Man. He's not mobile. He's not mobile already. They definitely could win some games.
I think they bought Jacoby some time. I think they bought him some –
See, I don't know. I don't know if I could just sit there and be behind Phillip Rivers. I don't think I could do that, man. If I'm Jacoby Brissett, I want to be the starter. I already sat in New England.
Well, you know what? Get better and take over the spot. Yeah, get better and take his spot. Oh man,
they didn't pay Phillip Rivers all that money to sit on the bench. This ain't like Russell Wilson and Matt Flynn.
Well, I mean, when you had Chad Kelly in the talks last season because you couldn't get these games won when you probably should have, and I'm not saying that it's necessarily all his fault. Definitely,
Brisser hurt his knee, man.
Well, I understand that.
And he had T.Y. Hilton and who else? And your boy Marlon Mack, the next LT. Wow.
I did not say the next LT. I didn't see.
It was implied.
No, I specified.
I can't believe you just said Marlon Mack and LT in the same breath.
Hey, I kind of let that go. I heard that and let that go.
Oh, I can't let that go.
But if you look at it, the Colts now have a very, very difficult backfield. You know what I mean? You got Marlon Mack, who's shown that he is a guy that can be a one. And we know John
pass catching back. What's that little guy?
He's irrelevant. With them bringing in Jonathan, when they're bringing in Jonathan Taylor, he's irrelevant.
Hold on now. Let's not give Jonathan Taylor like he's really great.
Hey,
Ron Dane was real good in college too.
Ryan Day wasn't built for the NFL. Jonathan Taylor's built for the NFL.
How many Alabama running backs are built for the NFL and they stink?
Trent Richardson.
And while you were naming the good teams in the AFC, you forgot about a guy in Tennessee named Derrick Henry, and them boys, they're pretty good, man. Who's their quarterback they picked up?
Exactly.
No, I thought they picked up Bridgewater.
Yes. No. He went to Carolina.
He went to Carolina.
Who is the Tennessee quarterback?
Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill.
Is it still Tannehill? He was throwing dimes last year.
To who? It was all running game. When they stopped the running game, I will do that. Because it was like 3 games, they threw 10 passes.
No, that was my team. That was the Niners.
You know what I mean? They shut down their running game. You put 10 in the box, and Tennessee was done for.
Oh no, they had the Chiefs beat too.
Hey, 35 straight points.
Well, let's talk to the defense a little bit.
35 straight points. You can't run the ball.
Defense a little bit.
You got 35 points. You can't run the ball. You can't run the ball. You got a.
He's got a point there.
You up 28-0. Run the ball.
Hey, we was up with 7 minutes left in the Super Bowl and we lost the game.
Run the ball.
I'm with you. I'm with you. That's 2 Super Bowls Kyle Shanahan's lost. Not running the ball.
Well, what does that say?
Run the ball.
Pete Carroll 2.0.
Well, I wish we'd get a Super Bowl like Pete Carroll. I need one.
Well, fuck Pete Carroll.
Well,
I can't stand him.
I don't.
Yeah,
like
you know, I am very, very anti Pete Carroll.
Yeah, he used to shit on Notre Dame.
Yeah, he did.
Even with that Bush push, baby.
I was there. Fuck yeah.
You were? Oh, yeah, no.
I was there. I was walking down the steps to get to the field.
Hey, bro, that's a touchdown. That is not a penalty. That is a touchdown.
Now it is. Back then, you couldn't do it until that game. It's kind of like the Tuck rule.
All right. I'll let you. That's fair. It was.
I know.
USC was cool to watch, though.
Anyway.
My favorite.
Where's the damn mute button?
My favorite college game. My favorite college game ever was when Texas beat them in the championship.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great game!
Oh man,
he went straight Britney Spears on us.
Oh, Vince Young was a killer, man. He was the man.
He was.
Oh my God, went straight Britney Spears.
And then he got to the pros. And didn't Jeff Fisher ruin his career?
Hey, at least he didn't steal no crab legs.
Damn. Oh, Jameis eating W's down there in New Orleans. I can't believe he went to go. He says he's one of the best quarterbacks in football, and he went to go be a backup
for 1 year.
Well, Drew might get the boot. Drew might get the boot, man.
Nah, he's came back and said he's sorry.
Oh, you believe that? I don't believe that.
Hey, bro,
I believe he was dumb enough to say what he said the first part.
He shouldn't have said it.
Dumb enough again to try to apologize for something being dumb.
I've been telling these barbers at the shop, we don't want to have these kind of discussions.
No.
These are not good discussions for the shop. You just gotta tread lightly, man. You definitely gotta tread lightly. I just don't want anybody to think one way or the other, or you misspeak or something. It's not a good conversation right now, man. No. I got buddies arguing online that I've known that are for 20 years and are arguing like, dude, why can't you guys got to get off Facebook, man? Just talk about it on the phone.
Well, you know what? That's what Black and White Sports does, especially tonight, Dave. We bring in three ethnicities.
Oh boy, that's that was a rough education.
One. God, that was a rough one. We bring all that in.
I'm the one with the inebriated beverage.
Whoa.
Oh, I got a Coke Zero.
Whoa!
Do I get a plug for this? You think they're gonna send me some free soda?
You could try. Hey, Dave, it has been fun. I want you to tell everybody where they can find you, how they can book an appointment with you or anybody else over at the shop.
Just like you're on your bottom of your screen there, man. 317-361-4018. I do like that. We got 8 barbers. I'm usually pretty busy, but we got a couple guys that they're better than their schedule is, man. They're just not known yet. We got some really good barbers in there, man.
I like the way you put that.
Dude, we had to let go of a guy and we hired a new guy. He is awesome. He is a great barber. He's from California. He's only lived here a year. A hidden gem, man. He's a worker. And he really is a good barber, man. He can cut anybody that walks in that shop. That's what we want to pride ourselves on. Doesn't matter who sits in your chair, curly hair, straight hair, don't matter, bro. We got that.
Cool.
Sounds great to me.
Hey, hold on. I just want you to read the ticker now.
David Martinez is really a Notre Dame fan. No, but I do like the movie. I do like the movie Rudy.
I'm going to loop that, record that, and play it every time I walk into the barbershop.
Hey, play Hail to the Victors. You know the fight song. You've heard it enough. 13 more years, baby. Go Blue.
And that's our show for tonight, folks. You're on this side now. That guy right there is the one. This guy right here is the ass.
For sure.
That guy down there is the barber. This has been Black and White Sports Taco Tuesday.
Racist.
No.
Not taco.
Yeah. You brought the Mexican guy on for Taco Tuesday?
It's not. That's what Christy said. I didn't bring tacos. I brought tacos. Tacos.
Yeah, it's implied.
No, it's implied that we love everybody.
The state of America we're in, and this is how you do me. Wow.
ELE. Everybody loves everybody.
Shit. There you go.
Oh, this has been Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank, 3535 East 96th Street in Indianapolis, Gruntworks Custom Woods, and Ultrasound Installations, and of course, Legends Barbershop co-owner David Martinez right there below us. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys soon down there at the barbershop.
Had a great time, man.
Right on. We'll have to do it again.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Later,
Appreciate
guys.
it, my guy.
Peace. Bye. And Damon, as always, what do?
We keep Indy sporty, baby.
Pew, pew.
Pew. Pew. Pew, 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 pew.